Well, here's something you don't see every day. A new face in this part of the country. You stick out like a sore thumb. It's very obvious you're not from around here, even if it wasn't such a tight-knit place. We all know each other, even if we didn't. From the way you're dressed, the way you're walking, the way you pronounce your words. You are not from here. I would be willing to guess you came up from the south. Oh, we may not get many new faces around, but that doesn't mean none of us travel. Oh, my name is something you'll have to earn. I don't give it out to just anyone. Oh, but that would ruin the fun. You're the first new face I've seen in 3-4 seasons. It has been a while. I know everyone here. You are new. I like new things. Well, of course that means I like you. At least so far. Try not to mess it up. Oh, I'm kidding. What could you possibly do that would make someone hate you so quickly? As long as you're not a vampire or werewolf, those tend to get run out of town. But otherwise you should be fine. Well, it's not that it's hard to believe, but if it is true, why are you, a stranger who has never set foot in these lands, opening your conversation with a criminal history? That is not going to look well on you. A dragon? There haven't been dragons in these parts for thousands of years. You'll have to do better than that. Oh, come on. If there were any around, you think we would not have noticed? You, on foot, could not possibly travel faster than a dragon could fly. So, there's no way you could have escaped there running from a dragon, and yet, I might as well indulge you. You're the first new and interesting person I've had to talk to. Even if you're making it up, it's still a good story. So tell me about this dragon, then. That is incredibly convenient for you, wouldn't you say? That it distracted all of the soldiers right when you're about to lose your head. Well, I'm just saying the story sounds made up. The possibility of that actually happening, even assuming dragons were back, which they are not, but even assuming they were, the timing of it? Come on. I know children that can make better stories than that. Well, that's a good thing, because I don't believe you. But still, it's entertaining. I don't know about down south, but up here, dragons hold very particular significance. Yes, of course I know about the gods. Who doesn't? Even the elves know about them, even if they don't believe in them all, or use different names. But even so, this is the homeland of dragons, where they were born? Created? I don't know. Those old myths, they've been passed down from generation to generation so long, I'm sure something's gotten lost in translation. Well, we are home to the oldest human civilization on the entire continent, you know. As if. They can claim that, and since they hold the seat of power in the Empire, they tend to get away with that claim, but they are wrong. And you won't make many friends here if you go around spouting nonsense like that. The Empire was founded here by our ancestors. Oh, so now it's my turn to have a story that's not believable? You know, I suppose that's fair. Yeah, I can understand that. I can't fault you for it. I mean, my story is true, and yours is not. But aside from that, there aren't that many differences, and the reason we're telling them at least. You know, while we've been standing here chatting, I've been looking at you, your clothing, your equipment. You are really not prepared to survive out there. It's a wonder you made it to the gates alive. Let me, just to make sure I'm understanding, let me ask you what it is that I think you mean, right? You mean to tell me that you came here for no discernible reason, without proper gear, without proper research, without knowing the history, the environment of the land you're coming to, and you just so happen to be able to slay every single wolf and bandit in your path, as well as escape from a dragon? Oh, come on. You have to see it from my side. There's no way this is real. You don't even have quality armor. One well-placed arrow would have taken you out. Would you expect me to believe you took out entire camps of bandits by yourself with what? You don't even have a weapon. You know what? I've just had a very interesting idea. We're new in these parts. You could use a guide. Someone who knows the land, someone who knows the people, the customs. Yes, I'm talking about myself. Payment? Oh, I think you misunderstand. I'm not interested in your gold. No, I'm interested in your stories. You amuse me. I mean, let's assume for a moment that there is a possibility that this story you're telling me is correct. It is fascinating. If your story is true, you are perhaps the most naturally gifted warrior to ever visit these lands. And, on top of that, if the dragons are in fact returning, then... Oh, I see you do at least know one story then. Yes, the Dragon Slayer will also return to help the rest of us mere mortals fight off the dragon threat. So, if your story is true, and all of these things did happen, well, it seems to me you may in fact be that Slayer. Ah, well, if you aren't, then at least I still get a good story out of it. But if you are, I get to stand along your side as you save the world. You can't buy publicity like that. I don't want your gold. I want your story. Because long after we are dead and buried, stories live on. Even if they might end up mistranslated or, whatever, over time. There's still power in them. That is the real immortality. Yes, I get that a lot. I am not like my typical brothers and sisters here. I tend to view the world differently. There's made me some enemies along the way, but hopefully, in your case, it has made me a friend. Well, you could look at it like that. I wouldn't say I'm taking advantage. I would say I'm seeing an opportunity and not letting it pass me by. You may have been under-equipped to survive out there. And your story may not be true, but either way, you did manage to make it here to the city gates alive. With no equipment, with no training, with no companion. At the very least, you are exceptionally lucky, if not inherently skilled. I am very intrigued. Very, very intrigued. And I would not be able to live with myself if I didn't at least try to take advantage of this opportunity. Oh, come now. You're telling me you wouldn't want my company. To have someone who knows the area, who knows how to put up a tent, start a fire, cook food over that fire, boil water so it's safe to drink. And maybe someone to curl up with on the cold nights when the wind howls and the snow bites. Well, let's just say the snow isn't the only thing that bites. But enough about me. You came into town looking for something, and I have distracted you from that long enough. Ah, well, I can point you in exactly the right direction. You just have to follow this road. Ah, I can point you in the right direction. You just have to follow this road. 3 buildings right up there. Inn, the Alchemist, and the General Goods Store. You should be able to find everything you need there. And you've already passed by the blacksmith, of course. You didn't notice the sound of the anvil. Heat and light coming off the forge. You didn't... Yep, you are an interesting one. You know, on second thought, I think I'll go with you. Help you pick out equipment and such that you would need to help you survive out there. Well, think of it as an insurance policy. If I give you this help up front and prove that it would be worth having me around, not a burden, but a benefit, well, then hopefully I can encourage you to... Exactly. I mean, hell, even if you don't, there's nothing you can do to stop me from following you. Good luck. I may not look it, but I am extremely quick. I have ways of keeping myself moving when others may have tired out. No, I don't. I mean magic. I mean I have healing magic that is beneficial exploring the wilderness. You can put your hands down. That's good that you have that much. You still have a lot to learn about restoration. Perhaps I can help you. Teach you how to bless someone, how to maybe lay hands on them. I'm going to enjoy this very much. Let's, be off then, shall we? Hello, everyone. Star here, and thank you for listening to this video, audio kind of thing. Okay, elephant in the room, Skyrim. This is 100% based on Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls universe, the lore, the history, etc. Right? I'm very, very heavily borrowing from that. Yeah, the listener's Dragonborn is what it is. Now, we don't have that confirmed in story yet, right? Because this is going to be right after Helgen. But I mentioned in another audio recently, I got sucked into Fallout 4 because the Fallout series on Amazon Prime was so good. If you have not seen it, go watch it. It's really good. So I watched that, and I kind of got sucked into Fallout for a while, and I am now playing a modded version of Skyrim because I got sucked back into that after, I kind of beat Fallout. And okay, so hashtag not sponsored, but have you heard of Wabbajack? And no, I don't mean Sheagora staff. It's a program that helps you install entire mod lists that are created by others, so you don't have to download, one mod at a time, load them in the right order, put them in the right folders, all that stuff. It takes care of almost all of it. And so I'm playing a modded game of Skyrim called Empyrean right now. And it's very heavily focused on adding survival elements to the game. Camping, weather, cold weather, rain, snow, hunger, thirst, diseases. There's even a couple of mods I've actually never even played with before that add a injury system. Like, I ran into Embershard Mine, and I took one hit from one of the bandits with a sword, and it cut my arm open. And I had to take some blue mountain flower and, kind of pad the wound, and then I had to take a needle and thread and stitch it shut, and then I had to put a band-aid on it. Like, whew. I have never played with this many mods, but it is so much fun. And so, God, I just went on a 3-minute tangent about Skyrim, looking at the timer now. Oh well, not sorry. Skyrim's amazing. So, where was I? Crap. I have ideas, and with all of the hours I've put into Skyrim, and all of the times I have bought Skyrim, because it's not just once, I have a lot to go off of, and potentially, we'll see, how the video does. I imagine big Nord barbarian healer person is probably going to do pretty well on YouTube. It would kind of fit right up, my channel's alley. So, I think it'll do well. And if it does, I would like to make this a long-going series where I'm basically just talking about Skyrim the whole time, because hell yes. Also, get out of my trash can. That's not yours. Good dog. I'm gonna go so I can take care of the trash, and also I've been rambling in my outro for 5 minutes, so if you made it this far, thank you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.